Alright, I am kind of better today. My leg's been being a little annoying, but today's better. I'm happy about that. I'm just going to let the owner know I'm live streaming, just in case he wants to watch. Anyway, so today we are working on a NES, well, technically it's an AV Famicom. So what's the difference? Well, there's quite a few differences actually. So first difference is that unlike the US Famicom, there's actually a proper proper AV port, which the US one does not have. So, alright, we need to... I'm going to be lazy and just desolder the regulator, because I think we're going to replace it anyway. Let me clean this real quick. This is not behaving. Okay. I'm going to want to clean this before I do. Alright, yeah. Sorry, the chat is currently unavailable. Why is the chat unavailable? Ducks. Says there's a chat rate of 1. Eh? I don't know. Weird. If you said something in the chat, repost it. Maybe it'll show up. Okay. It's only attached to... Yeah, because I gotta recap this. Come on. Okay, cable, you're in my way. There we go. Oh, I lost focus. Okay. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we replaced this regulator of this kit. So... Oh, come on. I gotta clean this stupid thing. Otherwise, I'm gonna have problems when I do the PPU. Yeah, it's full. Okay, let's quickly take care of that. Oh, yeah. Whew. Yeah, that's not insignificantly full. There we go. Come on. Just gotta get it through. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that would do it. Alright. Pop that back in. Oh yeah, there we go. You probably can't hear it, but it actually like has suction now. There we go. Hopefully, please. There we go. Okay. All right. Now we need to remove the screws from this guy. So I'm actually kind of... This ain't going to be all that hard. The hardest thing is going to really be getting the PPU out, and it's not actually all that hard. Alright. So... How do I get you off? You're molded to it, so I have no. So I have to remove the actual connector. I think I had to do this on a. I think this is the same as on the SNES actually. Alright. It didn't all come out annoyingly. Okay. There we go. Okay. Got it. And there we go. Yay. So this I'm fairly sure is molded. Yeah, definitely. Pretty sure this whole thing is. Oh, this whole thing's molded in there. So I had to take that out. Alright. So next we need to desolder the multi-port. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm pointing at. There we go. I have to desolder the multi-ports. I have to Dremel out a few vias because they create interference. So I've already cleaned out those holes too, so reinserting the so you can see, you know, you might not, if I zoomed in you can see it, but these two pins right here are bridged. And those are what create a lot of interference. Okay. Okay, that should just pop right out. There we go. No muss, no fuss. So I have a Dremel with a 0.9mm drill bit because I want to double check something because I don't actually know if that's tied to ground or just tied to each other. If it's just tied to each other, then I just need to sever it. Tied to ground, I need to Dremel it out. So we need to see which is which. Alright. I bet it's tied to ground. Yeah, they're tied to ground. Okay, so my best bet then is going to be to just actually Dremel them out. That is, let me double check that it's those. Always safe. Make sure my view is in come on. There we go. Is it that one? Okay. Yeah, it's those two that are tied together. Okay. Not, I don't really want to do this, but I know I don't really I know I'm not going to ruin anything more than it already will be. So we're going to first sever. They use a drill bit, a very big drill bit. Come on. There we go. I'm going to do it very kind of slowly. Of course, I don't have a bigger drill bit. I kind of wish I did. So I think that one's good. Okay, there we go. So what I do is I kind of, I use the bit to go in circles to eat away at the via. Okay, we still have some some connection there. So I'll come from this side. Now, I don't plan to solder those pins, so even if there is a little bit of via left, right at the whole top. Oh, the whole top is ground. I see. So I really need to. Okay. Okay, hopefully that's good. I've isolated, because the top part's ground, so you have to isolate that too. Okay, and we have complete isolation. I can spin the bit around, or my meter around, and there's zero connection. So let me show you what we did. Not pretty, but very, come on. So you can see we isolated, this whole top part is ground, so we've isolated there and there. And that is per the guide from Laser Bear Industries. So that is done. We'll reattach. We'll clean that up. And I'll do a test also once I attach the quick solder. Okay. Make sure it's flush. Okay. And now we have a quick solder board from the great Voltar. If you know, you know. And you know which way it goes on because there's a hole. Pretty self-evident. So there we go. That goes on like that. Relatively flat. Now remember, it's what, the third hole from the left. So we go like that. I like to just kind of press, make sure it's firm and flat, and now just solder. Okay, that's all strapped on. All right, now we double check the third pin is not grounded. Good to go. Double check. Okay, so with that, we have done part one, which is getting our Voltar quick solder board attached. So now we're going to go ahead and desolder the PPU. So from the bottom of the board, it's going to be this one here. And you know, if you're not sure, you know, well, probably shouldn't be desoldering something if you're not sure. But if you're really not sure, you can desolder one hole, verify it's where you expect it to be, or, you know. But really, there's on this board, there's no, you can't really mess it up. Always apply fresh solder when desoldering. All right, there we go. Yep. Of course, the desoldering gun fell asleep. Well, while I wait for that to warm up, I am going to probably want to look up, just because it's always a good idea, I'll probably look up the install guide. But while I wait for my iron to warm up again, we're going to go ahead and solder on the QSB. Because that way it's already ready. Oh. Okay, relatively straight. So I usually like to solder one corner plus the other, let it examine my joints, and then come in and just flow in. Should have good fillets. Okay, there we go. Let me zoom you right on in. I want you to see kind of what you're going for. So you can see every single joint is like a nice dome. It's now blobby. Let me get a better. There we go. Okay, there we go. Like so. Let's see. There you go. You see how they're nice and round? So that's what we're looking for. So that part is done. It's nice and solid. All right. Now the iron is warmed up, we can get to. Woo! Apparently the lens is dirty. Okay. So something that can help if you're desoldering is that, though I don't need it, this gun is pretty powerful. But if you turn it sideways, it'll prevent you from. It'll help kind of get all the solder, because you won't have gravity working against you as much. Perfect. Okay, now but that I'm hoping will just go pop like a weasel. Might not. Might have to give it a little bit of heat. Okay, crack with just a little bit of pressure. Okay. rock it just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Fell on my, thankfully fell on my leg. All right. All the legs are clean. Our board, clean. So we'll just set that aside. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to go look up the directions because sometimes you have to not use a socket for the PPU. Sometimes you should. It really depends on what space is available. Okay. So C5, they're going to want us to bend over to 220. I don't have another one here. Well, actually, I am going to... okay, yeah, right. I'm going to want to recap this anyway. What do I have over here? There we go. Bigger value, or not bigger value, but bigger voltage. You are 1 at 50, which I have. Where's my whole roll at 1 at 50? I have a whole roll at 1 at 50. I know they're over here somewhere. There they are. You are 1025, except you'll never see that high a voltage. So you get 1010s are upstairs, aren't they? Yeah, they are. All right. Worry about that later. Come on. Okay. 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 Only ones that matter. Is that a 0.47? Alright. Back to the guide. Okay, notches the right way. Okay. Okay. Then insert round pins. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. What are the... Oh, right, yeah. Okay. Had a moment of stupid. Like... Alright. Okay. Fully flush. Okay. Before I solder them, yeah, I already did it. Okay. Alright. Alright. Pop that out. Double check since I won't have an opportunity to I'm not ready for that step yet. So oop, handle's a little closer than I thought. Okay. Okay. It does say it didn't start the socket, so guess there must be enough clearance. Now before I do that, I'm going to need to solder all these pins. Okay, everything's straight. Okay. Those all look good. Those are all solid joints. Go ahead and put the come on, stop moving. Okay. Okay, and then I'll go. Okay. Okay. How annoying. Now the question is it easier? Because I'm wondering if that'll be right on top of it. Come on, you stupid thing, warm up. Okay. Let's see how difficult. Let's see, do I have another? I should have another socket. Ah, because I don't think that's gonna come out cleanly. Okay. I'm gonna try, but I don't think I have this in case. I don't think it will though. Okay. Can't believe I did that, but then again. Okay. Let's add a little bit of heat. Come on. Ugh, ow. actually got the right way out. Alright, I need another 1 microfarad. Get through explaining, don't take out the wrong chip, and take out the wrong chip. Okay. That cap is gonna stay. So. Hey, what up? Well, I guess I could, yeah, because I don't have an alternative for this cap on hand. It'll be alright. It's just a reset filter cap. It's under no duress, so good enough. Okay. Reinstall this like it should have been. Okay. Nothing's ever. All right. Actually, this is pretty clean. Is there a hole here that's not coming? There we go. Now I put the right thing in the right spot. Well, Otherwise, I'm done at that point. So I can have to set some jumpers. Should have known something was off. Alright, well, there we go. All's well now. That's all that matters. Ow. That would go flying right in my face. We will clean that off later. Okay. If I could get downstairs, I will do my best. It is that way, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Now to set some jumpers. Okay. Alright, so we need to solder J3, which is power. Then we need to solder J5 for NTSC. Don't need to worry about those. Okay, that should be everything. Alright, so we could go ahead and reattach the rear. Oh, right, I don't have a cap on hand for this. Well, I will have to just deal with that. Later. We'll bring one down and deal with that later. Should be able to... Come on, stop popping off. Should be able to fish it out. And fish it away. Come on. Alright. Clear the hole again and then clean off. Okay. Now, put this. Come on. Okay, there we go. That's not going anywhere now. Okay. Then, how difficult will it be to get a new cap in there? Oh, I got plenty of room. Okay. Yeah, I'll just worry about that. Worst case, I could just leave this bracket off. Alright. Okay. I always have a bunch of this stuff left over when I do these, so I don't have to use those. Alright, I think I got a, pretty sure I have a SCART cable to the left of me. Alright. Right, I still have to... Okay, don't worry about that. Alright, not gonna worry too much about proper folding until I know all this is working. There we go. Okay. I need to wire sound up still, and then I'll need to worry about that, but I will worry about those two things after I know everything's at the least working. Okay. We are going to use one of the greatest games ever made. That's because that's what they provided me. But still, one of the greatest games ever made. Alright. You grab that SCART cable. I'm pretty sure that's a Super SNES cable. Better be. Yes it is. Might be a little bit fun to grab. Scarty McScartface. Now I need to plug the power in. Come on, always a cable in my wheel. Oh, right. I need to set a palette. Forgot about that on these. Okay. It's gotta be face up, right? Yeah, it's gotta be face up. I can't imagine it's face down. I just want to see the QSB. Does it go up? No, because that's a. Does one side go one way and then the. Gotta love when there's no guide. But that's the way they have it, so we'll go with that. Can't hurt anything, so. It doesn't make any sense, though. Oh, no, it does. It is upside down. Okay. Sure. Alright. That's just weird, but... Oh, right, 'cause okay, I see. I'm seeing the bottom of that one. So, okay. Gotcha. I wasn't sure how that went. Okay. Short out our palette. Hey, there we go. Alright. Oh, HDMI is not connected. I'm like, why do I have no video? Can't imagine why. Does this game need to be cleaned? Why are we getting no video? I wonder if we're even getting, I don't know if we're getting any audio either, though. I guess. Oh. That would probably do it. Hopefully that's what it is. Oh. You might. Yay! There we go. Helps if the chip's all the way pushed in. Alright, there we go. It also helps if I have my palette selected. Which I will be doing the in-game reset and everything, so that won't matter. Boy, that looks great. glitching, and I don't understand, and I don't know what's up with that. That could be my OSSC, maybe. Oh, that's a reset signal. What? You were working fine 2 seconds ago. What is... Okay. Why is it freezing? It's like I'm losing sync. I don't think that's my OSSC. Can I rotate this? Yes, I can. J7. Okay, yeah. But there's like J10 though. J11. Okay, so that's probably why it's jittering. That would make sense. J11, don't care. I'll have to worry about J2. Okay, yeah, I think that fixed it. Seems solid now. Yeah, okay. No, that's not being weird anymore. Okay, so I need this. Then I need J10. Makes sense. It's not like this. It's like a weird. I must have a weird timing profile set up. I know the right side is. I want my 28 gauge because I don't want very thick wires. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Get out from under. There we go. All right. I should bring down my retro tank. That would show me if I'm having any weird issues or not, but okay. Data, latch, clock. Now, which side does that go to? Okay, so it's got to go. so if I want... So if I put this in the case, actually... Normally I would just do it from the top. But there's no... Really no oh, I guess I can... Yeah, I guess I could go through that hole there. Probably the most convenient one. Okay, so that was data. Okay. Hole should be big enough. Latch. Okay, I need to change the jumper. Which was what, J2? Yeah. J1 actually. Okay. what is the palette change? Start select right. Yeah, it's working. Great. Okay. Now I just need to wire in the in-game reset. And actually, I need to go back and figure out where did the audio. Okay. Does this not require anything for the audio? I mean, they definitely didn't wire up A and B, so guess it's just fed directly to the output. Alright. Okie dokie. Well, in that case, need to solder in the in-game reset. Come on. I need to give myself a little bit of slack on the weight wire. Good enough. Okay. What color? Well, I'll use green. So no, then yeah, I haven't used green. So. All right. Unplug just first. All right, and then reset. Really? Elephant's quieter than you. An elephant is quieter. Yep, it was tasty. You don't have to bet. I got first-hand experience. Come on. Okay. There's the in-game reset. Good enough. Once I reassemble it, it'll be... This should make it a no solder for that. Nope, not at all. Here, I'll show you. I was having an issue with sync until I went ahead and actually soldered the sync fix. The only thing I'm seeing, and I don't know if it's my OSSC, is you can see there's like graphical artifacts. So like if I think it's just the OSSC or just the way the game is. So like you can see on the far right, I think that's just the the missing overscan. Because everything is good. I think it's just like I mean, I doubt it's anything I did. It's probably just because it's not cropped down. Yeah, of course I did. And I verified it's not tied to ground, too. That's not what that was for. That was, like, this is digital, like, the game itself. I mean, like I said, I don't know if it's my OSSC or not, though. I need to connect my retro tank. The OSSC's got weird, like, things with timing and stuff. The actual image looks great. What was let's see. Start select. Well, the in-game reset works. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, if I had remembered to solder the, remove the right chip, I had to go back through and fix that. But otherwise, yeah. Okay, I just found a video, and the artifacts on the right are expected. I replaced everything but the reset cap because I don't have a replacement for that. I thought I did, but I mean I do, but it would be like way overkill, and it's just a reset cap. It ain't gonna matter. The only thing I'm noticing that I don't see on theirs is the lines at the bottom. So when I started, I see like, but what I don't know is whether the Famicom, like there might be issues with this PPU I don't know about. because I know there were some issues with. Yeah, I have a retro tank upstairs. Yeah, I don't. There's weird issues. You've run into weird issues with, yeah. Like like I said, I should just bring this upstairs because at this point it's basically done. I don't really think there's anything that I want to fix that wire. That's a little less than. There we go. Okay. Okay. I think I have all the jumpers that are necessary set. I need to replace the filter cap. Now I have the digital. Oh, yeah, I have it wired up for the pallets. That's it. The pallets and in-game reset require the same stuff. So, all right. Yeah, and those are upstairs, so I will just worry about that when I. But otherwise, it's done. I'll try my retro tank. Hopefully that resolves the weird noise. I don't know what settings I have on this stupid OSSC. It's very possible I have some really jank timing, so. Well, I'm already downstairs, so like I already had to, get down here. You know that. It's not like I'm not up. Yeah, all that's also gonna be fun. Although the leg that I usually walk upstairs with is not an issue, so I don't think that'll be much of a problem. Let's see, how long have I been streaming? That's how long it took to do this install. 2 hours. Now, if we don't include the time that I fucked up, which we don't, probably more like an hour and a half, maybe a little less actually. I really am kind of annoyed I did that. I desoldered the CPU instead of the PPU, and I even said, "Don't mistakenly." Oh my gosh, these are really short. Yeah, the caps were, that wasn't really much work. I gotta fold the cables and stuff, but okay. I'm just gonna move everything. So I should, if I come down tomorrow, I'll finish everything, and then hopefully just get it out on Monday. Yeah, it's upstairs again. I gotta get it from upstairs. Yeah, I don't. It's a 1,000 microfarad, and it's upstairs. So, I would have thought I had room down. I mean, I probably have, you know, I don't. I have 1,200 at 16, but that's not really. Or 1,200 at 10. Unfortunately, if it was 16, I would have just thrown that in. But it is what it is. Like I said, I want to bring my retro thing down anyway, because I want to see. I don't trust the OSSC. I have issues with it with other systems where I'll get weird artifacts and stuff. So, and I know the NES is really not great at sync. So, yeah, no stupid reset issues, thankfully. I don't know. I still do not know what was going on with that. I mean, the fact that because the game wasn't running, the board couldn't do the in-game reset. So it's kind of like a chicken and egg problem there. All right, my wife just got home. I feel good. I did this. I'm gonna see how walking upstairs. Yeah, it's really weird. It's almost like I gotta guess there's a chip that handles reset, because increasing the capacitor didn't fix it. So maybe there's a chip. Because otherwise I'm not. Yeah. I don't think it'll be that bad, but yeah. Anyway, talk to you. I'll text you.